And he was quite a gentleman. He was what they call him, the gentleman giant. He was. And the thing that really sticks into my mind, and I recall him more than anything else, is he lived down on Brown Street, and during the summer he would have a soda cooler full of soda, and people would drive down Brown Street and stop and see him, and after he had sold so much soda, he'd stand up, and then everybody would go, ah, you know. And then he'd sit down, and then after he sold so much more again, the new people that had come and parked, they'd get to see him stand up. And he would do that, you know, like on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon or something.
And number one, I would like to thank all of you for coming. I can't believe it's 25 years. I was talking to Ned Giverson, where is he? And I said, Ned, next year is our 25th anniversary of the statue. He said, no, it's this year. And I said, uh-oh, we got to do something. So Joanne came to the rescue and really organized this. So I want to thank Joanne for doing this. Thank you very much.
You're sweet. And Steve was the one who did it.
I'd like to read the committee members that worked on this when we had a dream down at the Telegraph years and years ago. My good friend Ron Venata, Dale Newdecker, Steve Hager, Terry Dooling, Gene Crivello, Rich Gretkin, Henry Linhart, Becky Wright, Mary Ruth Butler, Steve Cowsley, Bob Grawl, Larry Maher, Joanne Shepard, Lee Payne, and Mo Jolin. Is Mo here? He was coming.
From Springfield.
Okay. And we'd like to have just a moment of silence for those members that we've lost. And we know they're here with us in spirit. So when Joanne reads the names, I'd like you to say present.
Ron Venata.
Present.
Henry Linhart.
Present.
Bob Grawl.
Present.
Lee Payne.
Present.
Tim Leone.
Present. Thank you. Probably the first time, and I don't think since, we had three wonderful service clubs come together. Rotary spearheaded this, but this wouldn't have been possible without Junior League. And Mara Wilner was a representative, and she's here today looking lovelier than ever. And the Optimist Club, which all helped us. Each club put in $10,000 at that time, and we wanted to make sure we had enough money to pay our artists in case this thing, we had no idea where it would go, and it went larger than life. And the gentleman that designed all this grounds, Ray Litzau, is with us today. He wasn't here for the dedication because he was on his honeymoon. So Ray, where are you? Can you come up? And he spent a lot of time engineering this. He was the lead architect for Bauer Properties. He did Maryville Center, and he did a couple of Riverport. And he's with us today. And he thought about the kids when we were doing this. And speaking of kids, before you talk, I have my little badge on that Dale Newdecker had a little button machine, and we wanted to get the kids involved. So Dale would make these buttons and would report every Friday morning at the Telegraph where we met, and on his button sales. So every child helped build this statue. It was $1. So
You bring it in a paper bag in the middle of the conference table, dump the paper bag and the money, the bills, the coins there.
Tell him, Ray, about this
A lot
site.
of people have wondered over the years, why is the statue not centered in the... When Ned was working on it over at the greenhouse complex over at Lewis and Clark, I went over there and tried to fit it into an Instamatic camera. An Instamatic camera is what most students had at the time when this statue was here. 25 years ago, we didn't have digital. So in order to fit that in, we had to have this distance. That was the sheer minimum in order for the classes to stand next to it to show the relevance of the height. And that's why the statue is offset like this. And then the benches provided seating area as well as security from any kind of vehicle coming in or hitting it. The angular design was incorporated so that we could eventually do the walk, or we could add the chair, and it could be expanded without any modification of the central plaza. And 25 years later, I think it's worked. So it's always fun to have it.
Thank you.
Oh, and one other thing. My wife, who's hiding under an umbrella back there, my mother-in-law could not figure out why I was giving away all the work I was doing on this when we were getting engaged, and we literally got married on the 12th. We were in Niagara Falls on the day of the ceremony. So she was very helpful, even though she wasn't Mrs. Litzaw at the time.
Very good, very good. I brought this souvenir edition the Telegraph ran, and we had Upper Alton days. We had a lot of fun, and a lot of you were here and made it all possible. I do want to recognize Mary Kay Bottens. Mary Kay was the writer of the music. I want to stand tall and be as tall as I can be. We did 10 original songs, debuted right here. And then she did a children's book. Anything you'd like to add, Mary Kay?
Just glad to be here.
It was stand tall and be the best you could be. That's right. And so I think we are the best we can be. And thank you for coming. And
I want to say one thing.
oh, go ahead.
I would like to have you insert your hand in Robert Wadlow's hand. That's when you decided to open the hand. Ned had it closed. So this is a lot like Lincoln's nose in Field or Washington, wherever it is. Put your hand here and you can see where it's shiny because so many people have done that. Yeah. Thank you all.
Oh, one final thing. Bill Moyer, we had a little secret here.
Yeah.
He was our construction guy on getting this covered.
There's a secret hidden right underneath this statue here. When we place this granite block, Alton Memorial Sales, we set this on 4 chunks of dry ice, and then we could pull the cables out from underneath it. But before we set it, there was about 7 or 8 of us here, and we took carpenter pencils. We all signed our names underneath this and dated it, and then we put a sealant around it, and then when the dry ice settled down, why it's sealed, so it's hermetically sealed, and if anybody ever tips it over, they'll be able to see who was here.
Thanks, Bill. That concludes the program. Thanks for coming.
He died from an infection in the foot caused by a metal brace, and we didn't have penicillin at that time, or he'd have lived a lot longer, and they couldn't stop the infection in his foot, in his ankle, you know. So everybody, of course, they were all really sad because he was such a wonderful person. And that chair you see over there is a replica of this chair that's up there in the Masonic Hall. Yeah. So these people here are honoring a real gentleman. And I was proud to know him when I was a boy.
If they would have told me that this would be this big, Dan Brand says, I said, if I knew it was going to be this big, I would have hid under the bed. I wouldn't have done, I mean, you talk about naive.
It's a big community collaboration.
Oh, it was great. And 3 clubs got together. I don't think they've ever done that since.